Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing another StarCraft 1 vs 1 and this is a best of 5 for the finals of IEM Katowice? Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, by the way, because I don't know where it is. I'm guessing it's in Poland though, so it's probably going to pronounce completely different. Anyway, this is between LGIMFirst and MVPDream, which we saw win the semi-finals earlier. Obviously we have only seen one of the semi-finals. I couldn't do both because that would have been too much. If you guys still have well, desires to watch that game, just leave a comment in this video and I will do them afterwards, because obviously well, you know who's going to win, because otherwise LGIMFirst will not be in the finals if he doesn't win, but that doesn't mean that it cannot be a good match to watch. So yeah, we are going to get the first buildings up, and it is once again, of course, a Protoss versus Terran. It seems that Zerg is not doing too well in this tournament, because normally we see well, a lot of well, mixed races in like semi-finals, finals, but in this case it is all Terran versus Protoss. So yeah, that at least gives us the chance to learn this matchup a little bit better. Did he build? Yeah, he did build a supply depot right there. We can see that in some way. Hang on, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, there is a supply depot there, but I'm pretty sure you can rotate the camera. I just can't find out how really quickly. And it does seem, yeah, he did build enough of the supply depot to let his other SCV come up and finish that. So this SCV is going to be in a little bit of trouble. It's going to hide behind the minerals. And yeah, the probe scouted for it but could not find it. Anyway, the SCV here just chilling in the base, stealing some minerals, because those 8 minerals, man, that is going to make the difference in this game. No, it's not, for those of you wondering. But anyway, yeah, what are we doing here? Cybernetic score, 2 assimilators. That's one more than we normally see, but it maybe means that he's going for robotics facility early on. It can also just mean that he liked the gas early on, so well, we'll just see. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, no refineries built here yet, so just an orbital command and 1 barracks, which means, yeah, fast expansion. And as you can see, the engineering bay is going down. He is building an engineering bay just to prevent that expansion from going down, because if you can prevent the nexus from going down for a little bit longer, you're going to be further and further ahead. And as you can see, it has quite a bit of HP on it, and yeah, this Stalker is going to take quite a long time to actually finish it off, and he is going to cancel it once it goes to like 20 HP. And then he's going to build a new, well, yeah, there you go, 94 minerals refunded. And there it goes, it finally goes down, so it's at 3 seconds, and this one is at 90 seconds, so getting a minute and a half head start on this this expansion, which is a huge deal. 90-second head start, that is, yeah, that is just a big deal. And the advantage is he only lost a little bit of minerals there. He lost about 50 minerals, not even, I don't know, 30 minerals I think, on building that engineering bay and cancelling it, where this guy just lost 90 seconds in his expansion, which means that it is going to be a big deal in the economy. And are these Marines going to be able to do anything here? Because they are getting kited around all the time. But yeah, it is close here. Wow, getting the one, but not getting the second one. And can he actually still make this work? Oh no! Wow, it got out at 3 HP. If he ran into it straight away, so up the ramp, he might have been able to do it. But yeah, now it gets away at 3 HP, and of course with the shields that did regenerate well earlier, because that's why the Stalker actually went in, because the well, because of the regenerating shield. Yeah, he is going to get away at 1 HP. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that doesn't seem like a big deal, but as you might imagine, with only one Stalker on the field, keeping that alive is pretty big. And yeah, he does have 2 sentries for the rest, but still, it is quite a big deal to keep that one guy alive, because it is going to do quite a bit of damage. And it does have 81 HP in a little bit. But yeah, 14 damage with each shot, and I think it even doubles because he shoots 2 rays at the same time. I'm not actually sure about that. Not actually sure how this damage is described nowadays, because I know that Zealots do like 8 damage, but they do have a double attack, so they do 16 damage. So for them it works. I'm not sure how it works for Stalkers, because Stalkers, yeah, they always shoot that double beam, so it would be kind of pointless to, well, divide that in 2. The Zealot will do the first attack, and then if the target is still alive, it will do the second attack. Otherwise, the second attack can go to a second target, or, well, there is no second attack. So there it definitely has a difference, because there are 2 attacks. Okay, they're really close together, but still you can kill someone with the first attack, and then the second attack will either never happen or will go to a different target. So yeah, there's a difference there. So he did see this this probe running out, but he's not going to care too much. The Marine is going to try to intercept that. He does not want scouts in his base, obviously. But yeah, the observer, well, it's going to be here anyway. The missile turret is trying to prevent it from getting a full scout. But yeah, well, we'll have to see how that works out. So we have a big army coming out here. Protoss really building up army, whereas the Terran player is just happy to have a smaller army and tech up. Because he is teching up, he is getting the concussive shells, he's getting infantry weapons. Well, now the upgrades are coming out as well for our Protoss player. But yeah, he's getting the medevacts out, and of course with medevacts and marauders he can easily defeat this army. But it is going to take a while. It's going to take a while for this army to, well, be big enough to take on the enemy army. And we will have to see how that works out. So I wonder if we're going for ghosts once again. I am assuming, by the way, that you did see the semi-finals that I posted, or you don't care about them. I don't really care either way. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, in the semi-finals we had a lot of ghosts, because ghosts were so effective against, well, from this Terran player we had a lot of ghosts. And they were so effective against the Protoss player that, well, he might want to go for that again. Yeah, he's going to fly all the way around, drop over here, and, well, maybe even over here. But he is going to try to not get spotted before he, yeah, he starts his descent into this. Yep, here we go, getting all of the damage done. The probes have to evacuate, and are we going to be able to kill a lot of, well, actual units? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, here we go, getting all of the military units, which means that the probes now have to fight, and the probes are not really good at fighting, obviously, because, well, they're probes. So, yeah, and here we go, so much going down, and more units coming in. He's going to retreat though, yeah, because the rest of the army shows up. But let's see what the damage was. 19 workers killed. 19 workers. That is such a huge amount. And in the resources lost, we see that even with the plain unit cost, he is behind now. He's 1,000 behind. 1,000 resources, that is. Yeah, normally we see that the person losing the probes, or workers in general, is not actually behind in units lost, because, well, it does describe it as 50 minerals instead of what it actually is, because, well, the 50 minerals, yeah, you lost that, but you also lose the income potential that the probes have, because, well, just that 50 minerals is not what the probes are about. The probes are about getting income. So you lose way more than that, maybe even up to 100 minerals or well, 100 resources at least. It depends on how long your probes stay alive, how long it takes to, well, regenerate your probe population, things like that. But still, 75 to 100 instead of 50 would be way more accurate, and that's why we normally see that the person going for the snipe, so in this case the Terran player, is behind, but actually he is ahead. So that resources lost tab is not a good indicator of who is ahead if there are a lot of probe snipes in the early game. Obviously in the late game, yeah, the probe snipes are normally kind of a result of that. So, but if in the early game this happens, then yeah, you can't really say, oh, is he going to lose another one? Yes, he is going to lose another one. Oh man, losing so many probes, and he finally brings over his army to make sure that he doesn't lose his next probe here. But the probe is once again alone. Oh, there it finally built that that nexus, but the nexus gets cancelled. Oh, another 100 minerals down the drain. And yeah, here it comes. Here comes the big army. The Terran army just completely wrecking faces here. Of course, the only thing that he still has is the Colossus. That's really Colossi, I should say. I didn't see he had two. But the Colossi really are the only things that stand between him and complete defeat. He's losing all of his observers that were on the army. We saw him scan multiple times already. And look at that. One Marine is running in, making sure that he knows where the army is. And then the rest of the army is going to come in, and oh, it's going to cut off this entire army because they scouted it. They know where the army is. And look, the Colossi are going to go down to these Vikings, and although the fight is over here, if he loses the Colossi to the Vikings, or if the Stalkers are just too much concerned with the Vikings, he's going to completely lose, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The Colossi one of them got sniped, and then the Stalkers just were too busy getting rid of the Vikings, and he just completely lost everything because they weren't in the fight. And if we go back, because this was the GG, he left the game. If we go back to the beginning of that fight, that's around here, I guess, then you will see that that's exactly what happened. I don't know where the, yeah, here's the minus, yeah, okay, I find the faster and well, the speed up. So 5 Vikings to start, and he loses 1 immediately. This is still all good, although, well, the army is coming in. It's going to cut him off from his own base, which is not too big of a deal, but here it goes. Look at this. The first snipe on the Colossus, instead of running up here, he kept on with his army, and then yeah, they're going to kill this, but here these Stalkers are just completely zoned out of the fight. It's 6 Stalkers that are not in the fight, and all of these guys just get free shots at whatever they want. Yeah, and then they come back in, but it's too late. He just doesn't have the army anymore to make this work. The Viking is going to snipe the Colossus, and I don't really think it's going to matter at all. The Viking really doesn't care at this point whether it dies or not, because, well, the Viking, so its only mission is to snipe that Colossus, and that's exactly what he did. Very nicely played. Yeah, very aggressive play from the Terran player. Once he knew he was ahead and just, yeah, delayed his base first. That was a huge advantage. And then, yeah, well, what happened over here with all of the probe snipes, that is not good for your economy, because as you might have noticed, I didn't point it out, but there was a 3rd base up all this time for the Terran player. So this base is still not up. And yeah, you can't really catch up from there. Unless you're going for a large army, and then you can overrun the Terran player in this case. So the player going for the economy. But in this, yeah, in this game, it didn't really work out at all. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!